My name is Caitlin and we live just outside of Belfast.
My name is also Caitlin and I'm from Belfast as well.
And this is Finneas. Caitlin had a roommate called Caitlin and she texted that roommate asking if she needed anything from, I think it was the shops or something. I just happened to be on the other side of the country and I got a random text from an unknown number saying, would you like anything from the shop? And I said, who is this? And they said, is this Caitlin? And I said, yeah, I'm Caitlin. Who is this? And they were like, haha, I know who you are and you don't know who I am. And this joke went on and on and on for like a good 30 minutes.
I thought it was one of my housemates pulling a prank on me.
We just carried on talking, talked about music, talked about, film, and then we just became friends. We went to a concert together, met up in person, just hit it off. We always knew, because even as friends, we spoke about having children.
I looked at a few and I went to a few different open days. One of my mutual friends posted something on Instagram and maybe went through you guys. From that, I just saw that there was a free nurse consultation and said, why don't we go for it? And then within a few months, really, it was doctor consultation. It was, let's go for it in July or August.
They were everything that we wanted. They were friendly to same-sex couples on paper. So we needed to make sure that that was true. And luckily for us, the minute we walked through the door, we were just immediately at ease. It was so nice to be able to walk in. It was a whole year of therapy. And even though it was a hard year, I do look back fondly. Because even though it was like the hardest year of our lives, like we had a lot of setbacks and a lot of loss and everything, it was also the journey of conceiving him. So we look back really fondly.
I think we always just kind of knew what roles we would take on.
Yeah.
You were someone that really wanted to experience pregnancy. That was a fear that I had, was kind of feeling as though, would I feel valid as a parent when he was born? There was no question of that. It was just instant, you kind of just fall into it of, no, he's my son. It doesn't matter about who carried, doesn't matter about whose egg it is.
Things just took a lot longer than we wanted to. The whole process was just going really smoothly, and then come egg retrieval day, I managed to get 14 eggs, which we were really happy with because there was a worry that they couldn't access both ovaries, but unfortunately I only got 3 fertilised and only 2 embryos. I had a call with the embryologist. They called me to kind of explain what had happened and why the fertilisation rate is so low. She said, oh, wait a minute, I think a third one is just fertilised. And then she went, yep, I'm definitely seeing signs of fertilisation. She goes, I don't want to get your hopes up, but it looks like you've got a third one. And that was Finn. We transferred the first embryo in November, and unfortunately that ended in a miscarriage. Dr. John actually called me personally and said, I'm really sorry for what's happened. I would like to see you. He said, you've still got a good embryo. You've still got one left. You've still got a chance. Because in my head I thought, that's it, we're out. He's like, I'm not letting you get back. You've still got one good embryo. After every stage I thought we were out. And no, not a single staff member let me believe that. When you're really in it, you don't see a light at the end of the tunnel. You really don't. But there is always one. No matter how your journey ends or what it looks like, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. And it's so much brighter than you can think.